and today we have two really quick, everything's quick we do here. Every week I say that. I start off the exact same way, but guys, quick, easy, homemade recipes that you can use to clean your house, okay? Today we're going to continue with that spring cleaning series that we started a couple weeks ago, and we are going to do a nice little wood polish, and we're going to do a granite cleaner. All right, so if you have like granite countertops, something like that, this is going to be perfect for it, okay? So really quick, really inexpensive items that we're going to be making here. First one we'll start with is we'll go ahead and do the wood polish. All you're going to need for this, one ingredient is necessary. Another ingredient is optional if you would like it. All right, so we are going to start off with olive oil. Okay, and this is the ingredient that is necessary. You have to have it, but you can literally stop there. So this is just Kroger brand olive oil, extra virgin, right? Nothing special here. And what you really could do is you could take a rag that you would use to polish your the wood, furniture, whatever, and you could literally just pour some of this on it and then rub it in circular motions, give it a nice polish. All right, so you don't have to add anything to this if you already have olive oil sitting around. I am going to add something, and this is just a fun thing that you can do to add some scent to it. If you've watched the show before, you know I'm all about stuff that smells good, all right? And stuff that smells good that's non-toxic, all right? So what I have here, if you do want to add in some essential oil to give it a nice scent, is I have 3/4 cup of olive oil, and I just poured it into a glass jar. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 10 drops of lemon essential oil. You do not have to use lemon. You can go based solely off of scent and do about 10 drops of any kind of essential oil that you want. I am, however, just going to use lemon because lemon essential oil is a really awesome oil. If you've ever had, you buy something, it has like a price tag on it, right? So it has that sticker, and you pull it off. And when you pull it off, there's all of that gunk from the glue left on it. And no matter what you do, you try rubbing it, you try washing it. I've tried rubbing alcohol. I've tried all kinds of things, right, to get this stuff off, and it doesn't come off. Lemon essential oil. This stuff will work, and just like that comes off. All right, so I'm using lemon for my olive oil mix here, and I'm just going to add in 10 drops, okay? Okay, I am almost out of this, so I need to remember to buy some more. So, olive oil does not have really a scent, but the lemon, it does give it a nice little smell. And guess what? I'm done. What I would do is, now that I have these two things mixed, I would put on my lid. When it's time to use, I give it a nice little shake here, mix it up a bit. And then because my container is just like a mason jar, it has this really wide mouth, I would probably take my rag and just dip it in, okay? If you have a container that has a smaller mouth, that is going to be best, because just like this bottle I said you could pour it on, that's what you would want to do with a smaller mouthed container, okay? We're done. That is it for our wood polish. How quick, easy was that? The essential oil, like I said, is optional. If you want to add that in, do it. Otherwise, you are good and ready to go with just olive oil from your kitchen cabinet. How nice is that? Okay. One thing I will say, and this container is really not doing this justice, okay? With olive oil, you want to keep it in a dark, cool place, okay? So if you go to the store and you look at the containers that olive oil is sold in, it is going to be darker, and it does need to be darker in order to keep your olive oil fresh. So I'm using a colored jar versus just a clear one, but even still with this blue tint, it's not going to be dark enough. So what I can do is I can make sure that I'm storing it in a dark place, maybe a cabinet that I don't open often. I could also take tape of some sort, like painter's tape or even duct tape, and wrap my jar. That way it's giving this a nice dark place to sit. Okay, so you do want to remember, whatever container you're using, if you're adding that essential oil in, you need to make sure that it is a dark container. Okay, that's it. Wood polish done. We are moving on to our granite cleaner. How quick, simple. As always, I talked. That's what took up the most time. All right, so what we're going to do now is our granite cleaner. And this cleaner you can actually use for a lot of different things. You don't just have to use this with granite. So if you have, you know, a countertop that is not granite, I would still recommend this cleaner. I use it on a lot of different things. We don't have a granite counter in our kitchen. We have a granite counter on another little cabinet like setup, and so that's what I would use this for. But on our really cheap laminate countertop, I would still use this without a second thought. Okay, so what I'm going to start out with, and I already have here in my spray bottle, is 1.5 cups of distilled water. Distilled water can be found in stores in in the baby aisle, the baby area. If you find a lot of baby foods or baby formulas, they'll have a gallon jug of distilled water for $1. Just go pick you up some, because it'll keep, and distilled water, is better because it won't have as much bacteria building up as quickly as just something from like the tap. All right, I have my handy dandy little tiny funnel. We're gonna use that. So I have my 1.5 cups of water, distilled water, and I'm going to add in some rubbing alcohol, and you need about 1/4 cup of that. So I already have that measured here in my measuring cup. Let's see if we can bring it over. No spills. Okay. There is 1/4 cup of rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol, find it in first aid section of like your store. Really inexpensive. All right, and then now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of castile soap. So today for this, I am using Quinn's castile soap. This is just what I bought. I bought this on Amazon for this 32 ounces. I think it was around $10. Don't hold me to that, but it's not. It's pretty inexpensive for soap. I've used it in a lot of different little projects that I've worked on. Worth the money. As you can see, it's a very liquidy soap, right? It's not like some soaps, you know, you'll use like I think of like a body wash, and it's a little bit firmer. Not castile soap. Okay, so keep that in mind. For whatever you're using it for, it is going to be liquidy. All right, and this castile soap that I have is unscented. If it comes with a scent and you're fine with that scent, then you're good, right? You can skip the last step of essential oils, but with the unscented, that gives you room to play with the scent that you want, okay? So I'm adding in 1 tablespoon of my castile soap. There's that. All right, and then my last step that I'm going to do for this particular granite cleaner spray is essential oils. This is optional. You do not have to do it. And like I said, if you already have castile soap that has a scent, adding more wouldn't really make sense, right? Just go with whatever your soap is scented. But because mine's unscented, I am going to go ahead and use 10 drops of essential oil. And if you go back to last week's, or 2 weeks ago, that show, the last one we did together was spring cleaning, the scents that I was using were a mix of orange and lavender. So I'm just going to keep that up, okay? I'm going to do, again, I need a total of 10 drops. So I'll do 5 drops of orange. And then to finish out for a total of 10, I'll do 5 drops of lavender. Guess what? I'm done. How quick is this? So just stir on my top when it's time for me to use it. And then give it a nice little shake. Spray, wipe, done. Here's a granite cleaner. Like I said, I use it for other surfaces, not just granite. How quick and easy was that? All right. 2 really easy recipes, really inexpensive. You probably already have some of this stuff laying around, so you don't have to go out and buy stuff. We're done, right? I love it. I love how quick it is. As always, make sure you mark your containers because you don't want to use the wrong thing on the wrong surface, right? So mark your containers, include what you put in it. Like if you use essential oils for a scent, go ahead and include that there so you know, oh, I loved it, or never again. And then that's it, guys. How easy was that? We're done. I have nothing more to say to you. This one was a quick one. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know how spring cleaning is going. I've really been enjoying the weather. It's been lovely. We've been able to open up the windows, let the house kind of air out a little bit because it definitely needed that. But the spring cleaning is so necessary because it seems like this winter we definitely kept things locked up tight, and so there's dust. There is hair from our animals everywhere. We need the clean. Try out these products for yourself. Let us know how they work. Leave me some comments. Email me at kjones@columbusliteracy.org. I'd love to hear from you guys. Until next week, have a great time. Have a great time cleaning.